All right. We are back. Game 5. We are live. Thunder versus the Spurs. This is going to be a big one. This is the game. This is the game everybody wants to see. This is the swing game. Who's excited? I am. I can't wait to see what Wemby's going to do in this game. I absolutely cannot wait. Let's see what we got going on. We got to make sure we get everything right and in place. Here we go. All right. Look at that. Mitch Johnson with a smile. We never see that guy with a reaction like that. That's a first. That was a first for sure. You love to see it, though. You love to see it, though. Let's see what we got going on. Jared McCain starting. That's the lineup change. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't know if I would have predicted something like that. I don't know. Listen, you guys, I've got the Spurs winning the series. I think the Spurs do it. I think they win it all. So I have the Spurs winning tonight. Wemby's got to have a good game. And the bench for the Spurs has got to play better. We need Keldon Johnson to have himself a good game. Hasn't had one yet. Lou Dort, McCain, Hartenstein, Chet, and SGA. Interesting. How do we feel about McCain in the starting lineup? He went 1 for 10 last game. I know he's been good in the series, good in the playoffs, but 1 for 10? Now you're going to start him? Not a little strange? Not a little weird to you? Case and Wallace not starting. Maybe you're hoping to get a little bit more offense in this game. Maybe. I don't know. Jared McCain starting is something about it just feels weird. Something about it does not feel right. Does this sit right with you? I don't know. I don't know if I'm here for that. Let's see what we got going on. There's Chet. We think Chet's going to have a decent game tonight? Or is he going to get wrecked again? There's Shai. Jared McCain. Okay, so Lou Dort at the forward. This is what's so weird about the NBA right now. Everybody's basically small ball until the center. So, like, you're 3 and you're 4. Like, Devin Vassell's, 6'6", and he's playing the 4. You got Lou Dort, who's also undersized, but now playing the forward position. It's kind of interesting to see. Coach Daignault compared this to a heavyweight fight. Yeah, it is a heavyweight fight. Also, Daignault, we kind of need you to drop some better plays for Chet. I feel like Chet's getting all the heat for not playing well, but at the same time, I don't feel like Daignault has really put Chet in a situation to be successful. I don't think he's drawing up a lot of offense for him right now, which I don't even understand it. And if the issue is the Wemby situation, like you don't want him matching up with Wemby, then you should stagger his minutes with Wemby more. I don't know why you wouldn't just do that. Just stagger the minutes. Bro, is he shaking smelling salts? What is that? What's the coach shake? What is that? All right, here we go. Both games at home, the Spurs came out early, punched him in the mouth. You got to wonder, what will the Spurs do early in the game on the road? Look at this whiteout. That is serious business in Oklahoma City. And you know it's loud. This is one of the loudest arenas, if not the loudest arena in the NBA. Keldon Johnson, saying a bunch of motivating stuff for Wemby, has played terribly in the series. Really would love for somebody to say something to him. That's what we need. Somebody needs to say something to that man. Need him to be better. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Anybody have money on who scores first? I don't. I have no idea. Let's see. You ever accidentally have subtitles on and you watch a basketball game or like a football game? It just looks weird because it's live. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Game is on. We got Castle with the ball. Fox is starting. I'm hoping for a better game from Julian Champagny as well. Fox with the decent look. Is that the first shot that you want? Somewhat contested three. I don't know. It's a great pick and roll. Great recovery. Great recovery from Castle. The Spurs play team defense so well. Like, look at that. Wemby will hedge. Wemby will hedge, and he'll hold the hedge because he's so long. And then it gives the guard enough time to recover. Julian Champagny, yeah, he's a little nervous to shoot, I think. 0 for 2 on threes for the Spurs. I feel like go get you an easy one. Get you something at the rim. Or just turn the ball over instead. Jared's going to go all the way. Lou Dort in the corner. Good board from Chet. Yeah. That turnaround jumper is a good shot for him. And Devin Vassell is 6'6", right? So if Chet wants it, there's nobody that can stay in front of him. Okay, Spurs 0 for 3 from 3 to start the game. 3 different starters have shot, 3 different starters have missed. Bench, like role players, struggle a lot more on the road. Your stars are your stars typically everywhere, but role players can have a hard time when they're on the road. Wemby's taking his time, so there's nobody in the paint. Oh, wow, tough miss. Good steal. Going to Vassell. Vassell with the pump fake. It's still Chet. Shai gets the steal on Wemby. This is ugly basketball right now. This is not good for the Spurs. This is going to get really ugly really fast. They don't do something. That should have been a lob to Chet. Another missed three. That should have been a lob to Chet. There's no reason not to lob the ball right there. Okay, we're going to shoot another three. Stephon Castle with the first one. Big time. Needed that. Needed that. 3 to 2. Spurs up. Yeah, 1 for 5, 1 for 4. A lot of energy right now, you can tell. Both teams, a lot of energy right in here. Look for which team's able to settle down first. That's a great shot for Chet. Yeah, that's not even a contest. Not even a contest. If you're going to let him get a couple of these ones early, it's going to be a problem. Also, pushing Lou Dort, Fox, with a little bit of muscle on that. Okay, SGA on the drive. Good drive. Great steal. Champagny on the help defense weak side is fantastic. And turns it over. Wemby, not a ball handler. Get the ball out of your center's hands. It's like the whole positionless basketball thing sometimes is kind of a mess. Yeah, get the ball to Fox. Get the ball to your guards. Wemby, you don't need that. I don't know if you want to shoot this three. Yeah. Spurs are not looking great from the three-point line. Fox is 1 for 3, I think, in the game. 2 missed threes. I know he 1 for 4 because he had the missed jumper as well, or the missed layup. Yeah, bad rotation from Devin Vassell. He has to cover the paint and allow Castle to take the skip pass and then full rotation. Drive to the rim, Wemby. Okay, go to Champagny. That's the best look he's going to get all night. You love to see that. Great offense. 7 for 33. You need Champagny to just continue to shoot the ball. I like that Mitch Johnson has not gone away from him. Terrible play looking for a foul. Champagny with a back-to-back. Okay, he's here. He's here. There he is. There he is. 5-point lead for San Antonio. First timeout on the side of the Thunder. I feel like we didn't see any emotion out of Mitch Johnson up until last game. Now this guy is Big time energy. Big time energy. I love it. On the pod I recorded yesterday, 2 days ago. On the pod I recorded 2 days ago, I said we needed Champagny to have himself one of those classic microwave Julian Champagny games. Because if you've watched the Spurs play, you've seen a couple of times where he'll go 6 minutes where he'll score like 12 straight. Just can't miss, unconscious from three. He's capable of that. He's got that microwave ability. He's just had a really hard time in the series. He's really, really struggled in the series. So you love to see him hit two back to back. He shot, I think, 3 shots. So he's 2 for 3 from three. Perfect start. Perfect. We should probably start talking about how each team wins this game. I think Wemby's going to be Wemby. I think you're going to give me 26 from Wemby tonight. 26 and 12, I think, is what we're going to get out of Wemby. So if you know that's what you're going to get from him, it just comes down to what else you're going to get from everybody else. Here we go. We got our first comment of the game. Y'all have been watching and supporting your content. The day y'all go on Player's Choice will be legendary. Be advocating for y'all a lot. Hey, I appreciate that. How do we get on Player's Choice is the question. Is there like a link to apply? Can I apply? Is that what I need to do? Seriously, appreciate the comment. Thanks for the support. We're doing our best. We're doing our best, trying to make Game 5 a little bit more interesting. We're gonna be here all game, hopefully having a good time. But yeah, I think just going back to what I was chatting about before, how does each team win this game? If you're the Spurs, you're looking at the Thunder. They don't have another initiator after SGA, right? So SGA goes out of the game. You got a legitimate shot with no AJ Mitchell. Excuse me, sorry. No AJ Mitchell, no Jalen. It's open to you, right? A lot of these guys are guys, or they need somebody else to initiate for them. I think you just messaged the host, Ron, but yeah, I can see this channel becoming huge. Y'all break down the game very intelligently. Hey, appreciate that. We try our best. Listen, this thing about basketball fans, if we approached it any other way, we would get clowned. We would get absolutely destroyed online. So we have to really stay locked in because NBA fans, they don't mess around. All right, listen, should I just DM Ron right now? I'll send him a DM right now. What's his Instagram? I'll send him a DM from the podcast page. Let's see. Player's Choice. Obviously, we follow Player's Choice. I can't find his. Is his profile not linked? Dang. Did they do collab posts though? There we go. All right, I got him. Let's see. Bro, I'm going to send him a DM right now. Bro, LeBron, I'm sending him a DM right now. What should I say? Should I say, bro? What should I say? DM him, y'all would go crazy. Okay, what should I say? Should I just say, bro, we got to get on the next episode? Is that what I should say? I'll send it. Right now. You guys tell me what to say. I'll send it right now. SGA on Champagny is the exact matchup that the Thunder want. Wow, missed a bunny. Happens, though. Vassell wants the shot. But Vassell has Lou Dort on him, which I think is actually smart because Vassell has given them really, really good offense. Bad skip pass from Castle. Great fake. Over the big. Man, Fox is struggling. I'm going to DM. I'm going to say, bro, we need to get on the next episode. How do we make it happen? That's what I'm going to say. All the way. Okay, I'm sending this right now. I said, bro, we've got to get on the next episode. How do we make it happen? All right. Proof where it didn't happen. There it is. There's the proof. DM sent. We're going to try and get on the show. Listen, you need to DM him. Send him a DM. No. Listen. Listen, send him a DM. Oh, no. That's right. I should say big fan of the show. I'm such a tool for not saying that. Oh man, I'm an a-hole. Let's see. Here we go. I gotta fix this now. I gotta fix this now, guys. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. There we go. Okay. I fixed it. I fixed it. I fixed it. I'm gonna keep advocating for y'all. Don't worry. Especially when they go live. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. When do they go live? What time do they normally go live? I might just join the live. If I'm at work, I'll just join the live. I'll just start messaging them during the live. I'll be like, yo. There we go. Okay, I fixed it. I'm not a complete tool. I said we're big fans of the panel, love what y'all have going. So hopefully they don't think I'm the worst. Oh my gosh. Every day? Nice. It's a serious commitment, man. So funny thing about the panel actually. We were in New York this season recording with House of Highlights. The same I think the day after or the day before Chilltown was there. The day before Unc was there. Unc was on the Tim Duncan video. We recorded the day before he was there. We just did neither one of us wanted to be Tim Duncan haters. That's crazy. That's what they wanted us for. They were like, "Hey, would either of you guys say that Tim Duncan's not an all-time player?" I was like, "No, I'm not saying that. You couldn't pay me to say that. You kidding me? I'm not gonna let my digital footprint look like that." Wow, all the way to the. Oh my gosh, she just missed a bunny. Whoa, whoa. Great defense. Champagne's been awesome on defense. That's crazy. It is crazy. Like, listen, like I get it. I get it. It's House of Highlights, but you're not gonna get me, bro. What is going on with the rim? These guys cannot make it. But you're not gonna get me saying like something crazy like that. Tim Duncan's not an all-time player. You're not gonna get me. Who do you got winning the Western Conference Finals and the Finals? Okay, listen, I gotta find this video because you can fact check this actually for sure. I messaged my brother. Let me see. Okay, so what day was this? Dang. Here we go. October 23rd, 2025. I said that the Spurs would go on a deep playoff run and Wemby was going to put them in postseason like title contention. So that was my call out going into like when the season was really starting to get going at the start of the year. That was my big prediction. And then I predicted the Spurs winning the title. So this playoff run has actually been incredible for me. It's been great for me because I was getting clowned in that video back in October. People were making fun of me like crazy. They said the Spurs were awful. I've been on the Spurs since the start of the year. I have the Spurs winning it all. I also predicted that this series would go 7 games as well. So far it's looking good. I will say this in contrast. I did not predict the Knicks going to the finals. Not even close. I was very wrong. The one thing I did say about the East was I said it's too early for Detroit to go to the finals. If Detroit would have went to the finals, it would have been bad for them. It's like LeBron at this point, we clown him for going to the finals that first time in Cleveland when he had nobody with him. That would have happened to Cade, and that would have been terrible. Like he probably would have gotten swept if he went to the finals. Knicks going to the finals is unheard of. Hasn't happened since 1999. Well, it's not even that. Like it's actually worse than that. To be honest, like I wasn't a believer in Jalen Brunson. I just didn't think Brunson was going to be able to do it to this degree. But he's been spectacular. So like I was so wrong on that. I was so wrong on that. Like they've dominated every team that they've played. Once they made those adjustments against the Hawks, game 4, game 3, game 4. Ever since then, they've been insane. So I was completely correct on in the West. I think I predicted every series in the West. but I was off. I was off in the East. Yeah, super off. I didn't believe Brunson because I thought he was playing too much hero ball, but I think the added pieces have pushed them over the hill. I agree. The added pieces have helped. I'll tell you what else has actually really helped too. Brunson struggled like last year when they played the Pacers. One of the things that was the reason why Brunson struggled the way that he did was because he had to be so ball dominant. He had to have the ball in his hands constantly. The moment they put Cat as the initiator on offense, right? I think last year, you can look this up and fact check me if I'm wrong. If I'm off, it's like by like 0.1 or like 0.2. But I think Cat averaged like 1.4 assists per game in their last playoff run last year. This year, he's at like 6. So that's one of the biggest shifts is they're putting the ball in Cat's hands. So in the fourth, when Brunson needs to be that dog, because he's one of the clutchest players in the league, he's not gassed. He's got plenty of energy. That's been one of the biggest things, I think, is Brunson doesn't have to be so ball dominant. And obviously, I mean, Mikal Bridges was shooting like 69% going into game 4. That's unheard of. Like he was unconscious. Josh Hart was unconscious, and there was nobody for Cleveland that could guard OG. Excuse me. Nobody could guard OG in that series. I think the only guards in the NBA that can be that ball dominant and effective is probably Luka, SGA, maybe Tyrese. Yeah, but Luka's body breaks down. Like Luka gets hurt when he does that. So even though Luka can do it, I don't know if he takes good enough care of his body or if it is legitimately like okay for him to do it. Look at Wemby giving Chet a little something extra. Oh, now they all got something to say. Wemby don't give a rip. I love Wemby, man. This guy's a dog. I like the NBA guys don't like each other, man. We need more of that. Luka's definitely out of shape. His rookie season, he had the bunnies. He did. He was dunking a lot in his rookie season. Bro, I'm telling you, Keldon Johnson is awful in the series. He's so bad. Now you're out of position. Bad rotation. Good recovery. Wow. Off his leg? Okay, stays. That's fair. Listen, I was thinking about this today. I was actually talking with a buddy of mine. We were trying to figure out, what do you do with Donovan Mitchell? Like, who is Donovan Mitchell? And I think I actually have an answer. Donovan Mitchell is actually Dwayne Wade. And what I mean by that is, when Donovan Mitchell is the best player on your team, you can win a ton of regular season games. You can be a number 1 seed, but you can't win a title. If you're Donovan Mitchell and you play with someone that is a better all-time player than you, like Wade did with Shaq, even though Wade was killer in his championship run, great layup by Case Moss. Shaq was still the better all-time player. LeBron was the better all-time player. That's how you win championships. Then you look at Donovan Mitchell's size. I actually think he needs to play with a number 1 option that's bigger than he is, so you can still defend on both sides of the floor. I think the 2 teams that Donovan Mitchell would be best playing with, if he ever chose to let go of being a number 1 option, the LA Lakers or the Detroit Pistons. Tell me I'm wrong. The narrative is that D-Mitch is not a number 1 option on a championship team, and he needs to be the passenger seat for an elite star. He does. Imagine if you're Detroit and you ever were able to get Donovan Mitchell. You went Cade Cunningham and Donovan, and then you have Asar Thompson as your defender, and Cade defends at a high level as well. You can't tell me that that's not a championship level roster at that point, even with just like that one change. It's just whether or not Donovan's willing to accept that he's not going to win it all if he's the number 1 guy. Because he disappeared in that series. He disappeared in the 4th. And if you look at the box scores, you wouldn't think that he disappeared. But like if you watch the game, you know in the 4th, like 5 minutes to go, he really wasn't doing much when the games were close. To be fair, most of those games weren't close. But like game two in particular would be tough. Him and Detroit would be a match made in heaven, and they got defense where they can hide him if they have to. Exactly. That's exactly my point. Exactly my point. Because the Knicks are hiding Brunson on defense. Brunson does such a great job at showing and getting back. Like he's really, really good at it. You could do that with Donovan in Detroit. He'd be the perfect fit in Detroit, man. And if they don't have to pay, Yeah, I don't know if I like that shot from Carter Bryant with someone in front of with a hand in his face. Um, if they don't have to pay Jalen Duren like the max contract, it's like 287 million. If you don't pay him the 287, is that Kenrich Williams? We're getting minutes from Kenrich Williams. If you don't have to pay him the 287, you might have money for it too. Would you trade Duren? That's a foul. That's a great question. No. People really need to relax, man. People really need to calm down. The Pistons, guys, the Pistons were trash. They were such trash. They couldn't win games to save their lives. Last year, first time making the playoffs, lose to the Knicks, but played them competitive. This year, they get out of the first round, lose in 7 games. After playing through 7 games, Jalen Duren doesn't play well, but it's a maturation process. Like, he's only 22. I would pay him. I would pay him max, if not close to max money. And I would just let him grow and mature. I just think Duren had a bad outing. He's going to play better. Plus, they haven't had a deep playoff run like this in a while. Exactly. Like, instead of it being like Jalen Duren was trash, why don't we just say, hey, the Detroit Pistons were the number 1 seed in the East and made it to the second round. The trajectory these guys are on is awesome. And imagine if they get a Jalen Duren that gives them 18 a game or 22 a game instead of 10. They're so competitive next year. So competitive. I don't think it has to be such a negative. We don't have to dog this guy out. Like, if Asar Thompson in the offseason focuses on getting a consistent, maybe a corner 3, maybe he gets you a corner 3 ball on offense. And if Jalen Duren is able to give you 8 more points a game in the playoffs, we're having a totally different conversation. So we just got to let these guys grow. I just let them grow. Great question. Keep them coming. You can ask us whatever, man. Happy to talk about it. Ask us whatever in the chat. They definitely need another ball handler for Cade or score. The most important thing Detroit needs for spacing. Yes, you need that. I think that the Detroit needs another get a bucket guy, right? You need a guy that can just get you a bucket when you need one most. Wow, that's a great dunk. They need to get a bucket guy. Absolutely. What are some names that you think would be like a quality fit? Somebody was saying CJ McCollum would be a good fit as a get a bucket guy. You like that name? I'll tell you a couple guys that I think would be great in Detroit. It's not a get a bucket guy. It's like more of a catch and shoot guy. I really like Isaiah Joe. I like Isaiah Joe on a lot of teams. A lot of teams need good 3-point shooting, and he sits the bench a lot right now in this playoff run for the Thunder. I like Isaiah Joe quite a bit. Yep. But, like, you need someone that's, like, initiating offense. I don't know. I like that name. But, yeah, I think that's what Detroit needs. Everything else is good for Detroit. I also think if you look at Detroit's coach, Bickerstaff does a great job at getting the most out of, like, the role player, right? Like, when you look, but there comes a limit to that. And so a lot of that has to be done by somebody else. Oh, wow. They just threw that away. Caruso threw that away. McCollum's good. I'm more so thinking of like a Brandon Ingram type of archetype, a player who can create their own shot. That's a good name. You thinking you'd play him at the 4, like in place of Tobias Harris? Because I don't have a problem with that. Now, Carter Bryant, I like that shot because he got the dunk. So I like that shot. The confidence is there. He hits that 3. Up 3, San Antonio, first quarter almost over. Let's see how we close this out. CJ McCollum's good. Brandon Ingram's good. I like that name. The thing that's hard with Brandon Ingram, the game stops when he touches the ball. Get your hand up. You got to get your hand up, Carter. Got to get your hand up. Can't let your hand drop when you got the MVP. Tie game. Looks like it might be one of the final shots. Oh my gosh, it's a steal from Cason Wallace and a no lay. They're going to get the last shot. This is the thing, man. This is the only thing that's really killing the Spurs. The Spurs do not have anybody that can really dribble the basketball outside of De'Aaron Fox. Tobias Harris, too inconsistent. I would trust Ingram more, put Tobias on the bench. Yeah, Brandon Ingram's a black hole. I think he could work on that. Detroit, Cade handles the rock more. Maybe. He's so established in his career. That's the thing that makes it tough, is whether or not he actually would let some of that go. Carter Bryant's a rookie. Okay, so now we got Wemby coming back in the game. Here's the thing. Dylan Harper. I think Dylan Harper's a great guard. He's getting a lot of love. Is he the best rookie guard I've ever seen? No. And he's really got to tighten up his handle. I think he's got great moves to get to the rim, but in terms of getting from one side of the floor to the other, when you put pressure on him, he turns the ball over. He's just young. He's just a rookie. But like best point guard ever as a rookie, I don't know, man. Like if we're not talking about some of the old heads, like we're not talking about Magic, I look at what Kyrie did, and it was pretty special. All right, Wemby wants the 3. Nothing. Someone told me that Castle should be the point guard over Dillon. I don't agree with that. I don't know how you watch the first 2 games of this series and you see Stephon Castle give 20 turnovers in each game, and you think that's a good idea. He's not a point guard. Like, he'll do it if he has to, but you definitely don't want him as your point guard. Like, well, then what? Dylan Harper's going to be your 2? No. You want Dylan Harper as your point. Yeah. You know, it'd be crazy. This will never happen. This would literally never happen. So when I say this would never happen. You imagine if like LeBron went to San Antonio, because LeBron can facilitate, right? He can bring the ball up the floor. Then you have Castle and Harper off both wings with Wemby, and you go Wemby and Vassell, or Julian Champagnie. Maybe he's your 6 man. You can't tell me that's not interesting. Spurs, I think, have the 7th most cap space going into the summer. I think it's like $12 million. You get LeBron James for like 10 mil. It'd be crazy. A 2-year deal, 10 million. LeBron coaches Wemby, and Wemby becomes the next face of the league. Be awesome. Let me know if it's not the craziest theory you've heard. LeBron and Wemby would break the internet. Plus, Bron's still one of the highest IQ. Yes. So then you've got Tim Duncan, David Robinson, and LeBron all talking to Wemby. Bro, imagine that. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And I know it. But if it did. Dude, it'd be so sick. Where are you thinking LeBron's going to go this offseason? Anybody have any ideas? I used to think that LeBron to Cleveland was a great fit, but now that they went to the conference finals, I don't know. You think Cavs? I think the Cavs. It's tough, man. I thought he would go to Cleveland. I think if Cleveland would have lost in the first round, if they would have lost that game 7 to Toronto, I think LeBron to Cleveland would be live. But you go to the Western Conference Finals and you have James Harden, who doesn't play defense. You have Donovan, who doesn't play defense, and LeBron, at the stage of his career, doesn't play defense. How do you survive that? Like, you're putting a lot of pressure on Evan Mobley. You're putting a lot of pressure on Jared Allen. But they're probably still live. There's probably still an option. I just don't know. Yeah. I just don't know. It's hard because, like, if he doesn't go there, where does he go? Trade James. That's crazy. You trade for James and you trade James away. Get the playoff dropper off the team. He doesn't have the winning intangibles to win a series in the finals. No, he does not. He definitely does not. He can't even get there. You trade James Harden and you sign LeBron James. It's crazy. The thing is, it's easier to pick places that are terrible for LeBron to go to than a place that LeBron should sign with. Like, I think the number one worst place that LeBron James could sign is Golden State. There's no team worse for him to go to than Golden State. He should never be a Warrior, in my opinion. Hartenstein's going to try and go all the way. Yeah, you're not that guy, not over Wemby. Wemby's going to try and beat him on the drive. Over both 7-footers, he'll take the foul. As soon as Wemby saw Hartenstein was matched up with him in the 1-on-1, he hit the burners, dude. LeBron wants to go to a championship contender. He said it on the Mind the Game podcast. Saw that. He wouldn't want to play on a rebuilding team. I agree. And I don't think that the Warriors are any good. I think they're garbage. I predicted them at the start of the year that they would miss the playoffs. I agree. Okay, so then who are you saying are the legitimate contenders? Because I don't think he would move to the city of Detroit. LeBron's not going to the city of Detroit. LeBron would be great for the Spurs, but can the Spurs do it for the money? Would LeBron take $10 million? I know he won't take a veteran minimum, but would he take $10 million? He's not going to the Knicks. Knicks aren't going to make any changes. They're going to the finals. The Villanova guys are finally doing it. So where would LeBron legitimately go to a contender where it would make sense and it wouldn't ruin his legacy? I'm looking up the standing. All right, let's see what we got. If LeBron takes $10 million or less, he can join any team he desires, but knowing LeBron, he's going to go for a big paycheck. Yeah. I don't necessarily think that Bron's going to take a huge hometown discount. Like, he can't go to the Nuggets. You cannot play for the Nuggets. You cannot play with Jokic after you could never beat Jokic in a Lakers uniform. He's not moving to Minnesota because Minnesota's Minnesota. He's not moving to Houston. So I don't know, man. Like, where can LeBron legitimately go? That's a contender. That's not just going to be weird. And I'm not even trying to be biased. I'm just like, bro, where would you go? That's not Cleveland. Nuggets going downhill. Contracts are going to age badly. Yeah. I mean, they're even saying that they're open to moving. See, look at that. Dylan Harper, he got his pocket picked again. I'm telling you guys, Dylan Harper is great. He cannot defend. He cannot consistently control the basketball. He's a rookie. Casey Wallace and Caruso, those guys they're going to kill you in this game. So that's a big thing. And then the other big thing is it's live ball turnovers that kill the Spurs. I think it was game 2. Game 2 in this series, I want to say it was either game 2 or game 3. But the Thunder had 27 points off of off of turnovers alone. That was the game. So Spurs really got to find a way to control the basketball. Who do you think will be a better shooting guard, Castle or VJ Edgecombe? Good question. Good question. I have a gut reaction, but I got to think this through just in case. Just psych. Stephon Castle. Okay, wait. Hold on. Who do you think will be better? Meaning like better stats? Better player? What do you mean? Because I could see VJ at some point in his career having better stats, but I don't ever think he's going to have the success that Stephon Castle is going to have. Stephon Castle is going to be Robin on a championship team. Spurs are going to win a title in the next 4 years. All right, listen, if you're the Spurs, you got to get a bucket here. Starting to get away from you. That's not the guy you want shooting a 3-ball. You don't want Stephon Castle shooting a 3-ball. That's what he's got to work on if we're going to be honest. You think I'm wrong? Let me know. Who do you think would be a better shooting guard, Castle or VJ? I think VJ is great. I think he's a great player, but I'm not putting him over Stephon Castle. Hand up. Oh, timeout. Yeah, you're going to need to get a timeout. Down 9. You're going to need to get a timeout. You think VJ is going to have better stats, getting paid a crazy amount on a first-round exit team for his career, but Castle is going to be the more winning player on a championship contender. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm going to give you a comparison. I'm going to give you a comp. Okay. Tell me if you, it's not a perfect comp. It's not a perfect comp for the Sixers, but it's close. Okay. John Wall, Bradley Beal. John Wall, speed guard, just like Tyrese, attacks the rim. Not as good of a three-point shooter as Tyrese, but in the modern game, you'd expect that. Bradley Beal was more of a shooter, more of a set shooter, sneaky athletic. VJ is legit athletic. So it's not a great fit at that level, but both of those guys were getting buckets. And so I think that's what you're going to get out of the Sixers. Both guys are just going to go crazy. San Antonio, you know it's Wemby. You know it's Wemby. What do you think of that as a comp? Is that a decent comp? John Wall, Bradley Beal are going to be Tyrese and Maxey. First round exits. One decent playoff run. Tyrese. Okay, you like the comp. Tyrese's speed is crazy unmatched. Bradley and VJ both get buckets consistently. Yeah. Like they get buckets in different ways, but like what you're talking about, where he's going to put up like big time numbers, reminds me of Bradley Beal. That's my duo comp. If I'm gonna give you a duo comp, just like off the rip, that's what stands out to me. Barkley in the Capital One commercial, man. Off topic, but Wemby is, defo him. I just think he can become the GOAT because the injury is not talent. Oh, you don't think it? I don't see his frame lasting that long. Okay, that's a good question. So I said this in a video probably like a month ago. This is what it takes for somebody to be the GOAT. You have to peak higher than Michael Jordan, have longevity equivalent to LeBron James, and you have to the art of your game and your mentality has to rival Kobe. Now, when I say that, people think I'm putting Kobe in the GOAT debate. I'm not. Other people do. I do not have Kobe in the GOAT discussion. I'm just saying that the way that people think about Kobe, you have to have that. Wemby has the mentality. He's having the early success. And he has the potential to peak just as high as anybody. But like, do you ever think anybody's going to be able to win 4 straight championships in this era of basketball? I don't know. Do you think a player can play for 20 years like Bron? Moving forward, I do think that can happen. Will they be as good as Bron as late in the career? I don't think Wemby will, because just like you said, like his body's going to break down. The only thing Wemby won't have is longevity. Yep. But here's the thing. If you're Wemby's going to win like 6, 7, 8 defensive player of the years. He's going to win defensive player of the year every single season he's eligible. So when Wemby retires, Wemby will be the greatest defensive player of all time. So he already will have an all-time statistic. I am the greatest defender in the history of basketball. So that's going to put him top 10. Now, all he has to do is peak, win a couple championships. You have to win multiple championships to be in the top 10. So if he's able to peak and get himself 3, 4, 5 rings, he's going to be in the mix. Even if, like, he'll be in the conversation. He'll be in the debate if he wins, like, 4 rings. If he wins 6 rings, he'll be the GOAT. But like if he wins 4 rings, people will say he's not better than Tim Duncan. If he wins 5 and he's the greatest defender all time, he'll be the greatest Spur ever. If he wins 6 championships, he'll probably be the GOAT. But like, man, like to win 6 rings in this era, I don't know. Bro, they're hitting the Dak Prescott. That's crazy. I think Wemby's already the GOAT defender. As crazy that sounds this early, he's playing in arguably the most talented era. Yeah, and people don't want to shoot over him. Tall guys, small guys, everything in between. Like, they don't want anything to do with him. Wait, who do you have winning? Who do you have winning it all? You have the Thunder winning it all? Totally makes sense if you do. If the Spurs go down by double digits in this game, I don't know if they'll ever recover. If they go down by double digits, I don't know if they will ever recover. Champagne? Oh, yeah. Champagne's cooking now. Don't leave Chet. Don't leave Chet. The drive, the hedge. Okay, this is multiple guys for the Thunder that are using their inside hand to make that layup or attempt that layup. Honestly, like the Knicks, only because Spurs, OKC will go to game 7, take a lot of energy. Knicks will be chilling. Okay, fair. It's not even just that. Like, look at the injuries the Thunder already have right now. Imagine they lose one more guy. Like, if you get the Spurs, you get the Thunder in the finals, like, they might even be depleted. And here's one of the big differences between these two teams. The Spurs play their starters way more than the Thunder. Like, at minimum 10 minutes per game more than the majority of the other starters, right? Obviously, Shai's getting his minutes. But that's the thing is, like, Spurs are expending a lot of energy out of their starters. Also, you ever thought about this? Some of these NBA guys will just get absolutely brutally smacked. Like, look at this fall. Head off the court. Smacks his head off the court. Gets up, nails a free throw. Like, I don't even know if I'm getting up and going to work the next day if that's me, bro. If you're talking about pure talent, the Spurs should win the chip. Realistically, the Knicks are going to go against the depleted, injured Western Conference. Yeah. And the Knicks have played the Spurs really, really well in the season. Yeah, they've played them really, really well in the season. So, like, it's not going to be an easy one either way. NBA's turned into WWE. Did Wemby? Another miss from Wemby, but they get bailed out on the foul. The NBA is turning into WWE. Wow. Case Wallace, I don't even know what that was. What was that move from Case and Wallace? Is that just like a box out? Can I see Wemby in the paint right now? Look at the paint. Look at where Wemby is. Can we get Wemby near the rim? I don't like Wemby in the mid post as much. I don't like Wemby in the mid post. Curious, who's your top 3 all time? I plead the 5th. No. Shoot. Bron and MJ are definitely in that conversation. Obviously, they're 1 and 2. Who do I have at 3? Probably like Magic or Kareem. Probably Kareem right now. No, I don't have Kobe at 3. Here's the thing with Kareem. Kareem's got big-time championship success and the longevity stats, right? So he's the best of both. More finals appearances, just as many titles, more points than MJ, more titles than Bron, plenty of longevity. Like, Kareem definitely needs to be in that conversation. Kobe's not in top 3 for me. I don't have Kobe in the top 3. I don't even know why that's like a hot take. I don't understand it. When Kobe was at the peak of his powers, his team sucked. You ever think about that? The Lakers were trash when he was at the peak of his powers. He was not at his peak in 2009. He was not. Kareem arguably has the greatest basketball career, including college, high school, NBA. Yeah. Like, Bro, they banned him from dunking in college. What? A shot so good, nobody even tries to shoot it now? Like, it really is crazy. So I think Kareem's probably at 3, Magic at 4. I think that's probably where I'm at. Yeah. Kobe, I don't know, bro. Yeah, I think we romanticize Kobe's game for all the reasons that everybody knows. And I'm not saying he was bad. I'm not saying that Kobe wasn't good. I'm just saying like Kobe was not a top 3 player all time. He's not better than LeBron. LeBron is definitely better than Kobe, for sure. Who's your top 3? All right, we need this from Castle. We need that. All right, we got ourselves a little game. Got to stay in front, Wemby. It's a great rotation. Keep rotating. Hands up. Got him. Got a rebound. Great defensive possession. Kobe's defensive peak and offensive peak was never around the same period. And also, like you said, when he was dominating, he was losing. And also, Draymond said it best, a young LeBron was emerging. Yeah. Here's what's crazy. A lot of people talk about how like it's LeBron's fault that we didn't see Kobe play LeBron in the finals because LeBron lost to Orlando. Oh, geez. Sorry about that. Hit the mic. He lost to Orlando and he lost to the Celtics. But also, how come Kobe didn't make it in 07? Or yeah, was it 07? Hold on. Am I tweaking? Yes. Okay. Bro, I had to fact check myself. It was 07. Like, how come Kobe didn't make it to the finals in 07? Oh, man, because his team sucked. Because at the peak of his powers, he sucked. This is the other thing people don't want to talk about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant quit on his own team in a playoff game. When they played Phoenix, he intentionally stopped shooting the ball to show how bad his teammates were. Bro, if LeBron did that, like, you guys, it'd be ridiculous. Nobody wants to talk about that. Great block from Wemby. Oh, my gosh. The Kobe conversation defo changed after his death, 100%. He's my favorite player. Great player to have be your favorite. But his career as a whole had a different lens when he died. People put him in conversations he shouldn't be in. Yeah. And I think there's also like, you have a whole new generation of people that grew up with Kobe being their favorite player, right? You and tons of other people. Kobe was their guy. Like, I lived in California when the Lakers were winning championships. I lived in San Clemente. Bro, the Lakers were everything, bro. Lakers were freaking awesome. So, like, I've got no problem with people saying Kobe is their favorite player. Kobe is an all-time great player. Kobe is, he's this, he's that. He's just not top 3. And that's not disrespectful. Not disrespectful at all, in my opinion. But yeah, if Jordan quit on his team in a playoff game, if MJ quit on his, if LeBron quit on his team in a playoff game, guys, you would never hear the end of it. You would literally never hear the end of it. We don't even talk about it with Kobe. There you go. I'm trying to say that Kobe was the one carrying Shaq, and I don't agree with that at all. No, I don't agree with that either. I'm not going to say that Shaq carried the team, but like, bro, you're going to say that Kobe carried Shaq. Do you see Shaq's numbers in those finals, dude? You see what Shaq did to the Nets? You see what Shaq did to the Nets in the finals? Bro, he didn't get carried by anybody. Prime Shaq is the most dominant player ever. Like, Shaq really should be the GOAT. If Shaq had Kobe's mentality, he would have been the GOAT. Wow, what a steal from Castle. And fouled from behind by Shai. They want a clear path. And I think they're going to get it. What a great defensive possession. Shaq was a literal cheat code during that era. Would have loved to see him go up against Embiid or Jokic. Embiid, he would absolutely destroy Embiid. I don't know why people think Shaq couldn't move. He was very light on his feet, especially like Orlando Shaq. Jokic, Jokic is going to beat him, and he's going to beat Jokic in the one-on-one, like scoring on him. Wow, Wemby's shooting the free throw. That's awesome. But I think Jokic wins the matchup just from his ability to facilitate and see the floor. Not saying he wins the game, but like both of those guys are going to go at each other for sure. Also, like, oh my goodness, Keldon. Okay, Keldon. They got to give him a timeout for that one. Push Chet out of the frame. Don't even let him get in there. Jokic wins the box score. Shaq wins the battle, basically. Yeah, it's a great way to put it. Unless, here's the only thing that makes that not happen. Do you think Jokic is going to be able to defend Shaq, or is he just going to get into foul trouble? Because sometimes Jokic gets a little hot-headed, and he'll swing on somebody, get some fouls. He can't stay in front of Shaq at all. He's going to get turned into mincemeat. So that's the only thing that might be difficult for Jokic, is he might not actually be able to stay on the floor. He might just be in foul trouble, straight up. Calling it how it is. Phone and rice. That's a weird commercial. Another weird commercial. Canva? Could you imagine? Imagine being the guy that's like, guys, I got the idea for the commercial. We're going to have a talking squirrel be the commercial. And it makes it. And like, it's not a bad commercial, but it's just like the room that comes up with that commercial is just, I want to meet those people. I honestly don't think Shaq can guard Jokic, especially at the perimeter and the pick and roll. In the paint, Jokic will struggle. Obviously, Shaq's going to bully the heck out of Jokic. I don't know. I just respectfully disagree in the most respectful way. I think Shaq has. I just don't think Jokic. He's not pulling you out and just getting you like a tween. Like, he's using his body. He's using angles. I think Shaq will do. I think he'll do all right. I'm not saying he's going to stop Jokic. Like, you're not going to stop Jokic. But Jokic is going to get his from his ability to facilitate. That's my thing. But I respect the opinion. It's just purely, just my opinion. I'm more so talking about playmaking and IQ. Okay, yeah, that's fair. No, that's super fair. He's going to exploit Shaq's indecisiveness, same way we saw in the Detroit series when they drew him out the paint. That's fair. I'll give you that. I can accept that justification a little bit more. Yeah, I can accept that. Cooper Flagg, man. He got to be the most famous athlete to ever come out of the state of Maine. Has to be. I like Cooper Flagg, man. I'm a fan of Cooper Flagg's game. All right, this game's kind of like a heavyweight title fight right now. Biggest thing is, can the Spurs mount themselves a little bit of a comeback, get back into the game, and keep it interesting before the half? I think it's going to be everything. Got to make it happen now. Yeah, bro. Wemby's putting up generational numbers, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Don't ever say this again out loud. I don't know where you are. You need to knock on wood immediately. Don't you ever say this statement again. Don't even put these words in a sentence together. ever. Yeah. You're going to get, you know what? I think you're banned. Yeah, you're banned. We're going to mute you right now. I'm going to put you in timeout. Yeah. Chat, get him out. He's banned. Oh, man. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, though, don't talk about Wemby like that. Oh, my gosh, SGA. Come on, man. Oh, SGA doing a little flop. Okay, is this basketball? Goes down. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. SGA, the flop king. Yep. SGA flopping again, getting to the free throw line. He knows what he's doing, man. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting to watch because he doesn't have to do it, but he still does it. And I can't stand it. Okay, so Spurs get close. Spurs got close. Thunder pulling away a little bit. I want to see Wemby inside 12 feet. You have Hartenstein on you. Chet's out of the game. I want to see Wemby from 12 feet. Look at this. He can't get past Hartenstein. Good shot. Good shot. I do. I want to see Wemby. Do we ever see... Okay, we need to track this game. Tell me when you see Wemby in the dunker spot. I'm not saying he needs to be in the dunker spot all the time, but I just want to... Whichever one of us finds it first, let's just see the next time you see Wemby in the dunker spot. I'm just curious, just looking at it purely from like how they run their offense. Okay, pick and roll. He missed. Big body Cat is going to tire out Wemby. No. I don't agree. Just like how Hartenstein. No. How Hartenstein is. I don't agree. Karl Anthony Towns fouls more than any other player in the NBA. Do you know that? Cat's gonna get in foul trouble on Wemby. Early and often. It's gonna be a problem. That's my prediction. Plus, Cat plays away from the glass. You don't think Cat will tire out Wemby on the glass? No. Mitchell Robinson will. Mitchell Robinson will cause some problems. But no, I'm not worried about Cat like that. And like my favorite team is the Timberwolves. My favorite team is the Timberwolves. I've been a Timberwolves fan since I was a kid. I've watched a lot of Karl Anthony Towns. That would not be my concern. Whoa, Cornette's shorts are real short tonight. What is going on, Luke? Luke's got the nuns at the game showing some extra skin. What are we doing? We got a wardrobe malfunction going on? Guys, I don't know. Ant-Man, the next reincarnation of Wade or MJ? Yeah. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Ant-Man he's the one guy no team wants to see in the playoffs. He'll just mess around and win a series he shouldn't. I think Minnesota they're not doing him enough favors. Minnesota needs to put some better players around him. They need more reliable offense around him. You can't give him Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle. That's the thing with the Timberwolves is I'm afraid they're going to squander his career. They're going to squander the years where he's on the team. Genuinely get nervous about it. Oh, wow. How do you get okay. Just chill. Everybody just chill. Okay. We're going to try and throw it away. Just chill. I think Rudy Gobert needs to be a scoring threat, which is never going to happen because it's too late in his career. Okay, but here's my thing. What are you doing in the offseason if you're Rudy Gobert where you can't shoot a 10-foot jumper, a 12-foot jumper? I don't need Rudy shooting threes. I need him to be a good enough threat that he can shoot from 12 feet consistently, or that he occasionally would be able to pick and pop instead of always going for the roll. If he could do that, I think it'd be massive. Absolutely massive. That, along with the fact that Ant typically and the Timberwolves do not use their center in a pick and roll. They do not pass to the roller very much at all. Normally, like if Ant's in a pick and roll, he wants to shoot the midi. He'll go in the pick and roll and he'll shoot the midi, or he'll just step back and hit the three. He doesn't work on his game. If he is, he's probably just catching alleys in the dunker. Yeah, dude, he's just playing volleyball in the offseason so he can like spike the ball. And it's been, over a decade, and he still doesn't have an offensive game. I think it's makes no sense. If Andre Drummond can hit a three ball, if Blake Griffin developed a three ball, nobody in the league has an excuse. That's my opinion. Nobody in the league has an excuse. Spurs down 6. Spurs down 6. Chet at the line. Is the patch for the Thunder Love's gas station? I didn't know they had money like that. What's the price on an NBA patch? I'm going to look this up. Hold on. That's a good look for Vassell. It's a good move from Chet. Mass market NBA fan jerseys. Oh, hold on. They bashed Trae Young for having no defense and all offense. Rudy Gobert gets a pass because he's such an interior. Yeah. Well, I do not give him a pass. I can't stand Rudy Gobert. He's like one of my least favorite players of all time. I think he and Draymond Green will be right next to each other as some of the worst Hall of Famers to be in the Hall of Fame. They'll be at the very bottom, both of them. No, it's at. If you're curious about the business side, massive revenue streams for the league. The deals cost sponsors an average of nearly $11 million a season, with the Lakers and Golden State generating $20 to $30 million annually for their patch placements. Guys, that patch is at least $11 million. You don't like Draymond? No. Do you think Draymond's a Hall of Fame player if he plays on any other team? No, he's a system player. Like, he's piggybacking off of Steph Curry. Kevin Durant. Klay Thompson. Like, do you think he's a Hall of Famer if he goes and he plays in Minnesota, in Washington? He's not. Steph turned the franchise around. So, yeah, I'm not a Draymond guy. I think Draymond's a great player. I don't think he's like this incredible Hall of Famer. High on Draymond only because people don't understand that his role is very impactful for what the Golden State Warriors need him to do. Here's the thing. There's a big difference between a high-value, high-impact player and a Hall of Fame player. What's his signature move? Did you see how he defended Kawhi this year? Yeah, that was he was great defending Kawhi. I'm not taking anything away from Draymond's game. I'm just saying I don't think he's one of the most talented Hall of Famers ever. I don't. I think if you're a player, sorry, I'm just like listening to Tony Brothers talk about this play. All right. Okay. Yeah, no, he's a great defender. Great defender. But like, if you don't have like I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't see it like on the offensive end. I don't. Because like, if your argument's great defense, then you should have the same argument for Gobert. But you don't. You're right. You don't. I don't. So I don't think Draymond is just like this all time talent. I think if you're a Hall of Famer and I put you on another team, you should also be a Hall of Famer on that team. I think Draymond has an argument because of his defense, one of the most switchable point defenders of the era. Not going to lie, if he didn't have the championships, he'd be an afterthought. Yeah, fair. Here's my thing. You put LeBron on any team, he's a Hall of Famer. Tim Duncan on any team, he's a Hall of Famer. Like that's the upper echelon of Hall of Fame players to me. Tons of guys make it into the Hall of Fame in the NBA. But like I don't put them all in the same tier. I don't put them all in the same tier. That's going in. There it is. Double-digit lead for the Thunder. I do not believe the Spurs are going to be able to come back. This game might all but be over. So your criteria for Hall of Famers, basically, you are who you are no matter the situation. What's my criteria for Hall of Famer? I believe when I think of you as a Hall of Famer, you have to have some type of iconic move or ability that is unique to you and nobody else. I believe you also have to be a legitimate offensive threat within the era that you played. Both have to be true. Draymond has elite defense, so he meets the first criteria. Draymond does not have anything that is reliable about his offensive game whatsoever, and he fails that criteria, which is why I would put him at the bottom. Same with Gobert. Gobert, great defense. Nothing, gives you absolutely nothing on offense. I think that is embarrassing. Okay, would Steph Curry be Steph Curry if he didn't have the nurturing and sets ran for him how the Golden State Warriors did? Yeah, he'd still be the greatest shooter ever. He'd still be, I mean, yeah, if he wasn't getting the moving screens from Draymond all those years, he'd still be the greatest shooter ever. He would. So, in my opinion, yes. What about Bill Russell? Do you consider rebounding an offensive stat or a defensive stat? Do you consider rebounding an offensive or defensive stat? Because Bill Russell was an incredible rebounder, fantastic winner, led the team as coach and player to win titles. And in his era, competed and scored at the rim. Now, he didn't score the same way Wilt Chamberlain scored, but yeah. Yeah. Overall success, I think, also is a factor. Thank you for bringing this up, though. I do appreciate it because overall, like your success also should play a role. Can't be everything because, like, T-Mac's a Hall of Famer. He never made it out in the first round, so like can't be everything, but it should be a component. But just because you're a core piece of championship teams doesn't mean you're just a Hall of Famer. So yeah, great question though. So that's my thing. If you fail one of those two pieces of criteria, that determines, or if you fail one of the three, because I think winning also matters. Rudy can rebound, wouldn't you say? Okay, but is he the rebounder that Dennis Rodman is? Nope. So Dennis Rodman would be ahead of him. I don't think Rudy is this incredible all-time rebounder. Terrible on offense. Great defender. Bottom of the Hall of Fame. I love this. This is great. This is the back and forth I like. Call me out. Seriously. I got no problem with it. Let's see. Rudy Gobert has mitten gloves for hands. Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen somebody airball a dunk? I've seen Gobert airball dunks multiple times. Embarrassing. He's going to shoot it. Wemby's going to shoot. Wemby's got to score the ball inside. Can we talk about this? Can Wemby go inside, please? What is happening? Why is he not capable of just posting up? I think we need Wemby's gotta go to the rim, man. He's too focused on shooting threes. Okay, tell me if I'm crazy. Does that not remind you of LeBron? Like younger LeBron? When you would say, Bron, go to the rim. Nobody can stop you. And if he made like one 3-pointer, he would just keep shooting them from the outside. And it was exactly what the other team wanted. Like when Wemby's outside of the 3-point line, okay? I bet he's got, I want to see what his rebounds are. Another foul. Oh, boy. Let's see. I just want to see how many rebounds Wemby has. Guys, Wemby has 1 rebound. Is this for real? Guys, Wemby has 1 rebound. Yeah, so there it is. Wemby has got to play inside. He has to play inside. Wemby has got to go inside because they're going to, like, 1 rebound and a half. Because when Wemby's around the rim and he's catching lobs, when Wemby's around the rim and he's getting putbacks, it changes the Spurs offense. But Wemby is playing from the outside again. This is a disaster, man. This is a disaster from Wemby. Look at him. He's in the mid post. Go to the low post, Wemby. Okay. He's in the paint now. Watch this. Good things happen when Wemby's in the paint. Bucket from Keldon Johnson. People clown Anthony Edwards for shooting too many threes, but he's making them at a high percentage. Wemby, however, 7'5", like he's a shooting guard instead of abusing the mismatch. I agree. Look, there's a time and a place for everything. But Wemby with 1 rebound and a half is a disaster. Also, that's what Anthony Edwards has to do. If he drives to the rim and dunks the ball every time, his knees are going to fall apart. Okay, we got the pick and roll. Wemby on a delayed roll. There's the lob. See, good things happen when Wemby is near the rim. We really need to see more of that in the second half. Do not get a foul, Castle. Oh, boy. Nice. Okay. Guys. Wemby. I don't love it. Tallest player on the court struggles to get a board. He needs to hit the weight room. Yes and no. It's not that he's not rebounding because he's too weak. He's not playing near the rim. I also think if Wemby was on the same training plan that Giannis was on, he'd be scary. You get Wemby the size of Giannis. Here's the thing. Wemby talked about this. I think it was like year 2. Year 2, Wemby came back. They talked about him gaining muscle. And one of the things that he brought up was he's planning on gaining the weight, but he's spacing it out to make sure that his body can handle the transformation. That's what he said, at least. Feels like that's something I would tell my coaches when I was a kid. But I'm not Wemby. Giannis and Wemby wouldn't make sense. No. I don't mean his teammates. I just mean like Wemby needs to be on the same training plan that Giannis was on, so Wemby can gain the weight that Giannis has. You remember how lanky Giannis was year 1? But if Wemby can gain that muscle, I think that'd be big. Also, Giannis and Wemby, I actually think it would work. I think it would work more than you're giving it credit. When Giannis is on the floor, Wemby can play on the outside, and Giannis can go straight to the rim, and you got 2 7-footers that are just decimating teams. And then when Giannis comes out of the game, Wemby can go inside. I actually do think it'd be a pretty good fit. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Finals are on June 3rd. Guys, I can't freaking wait, dude. The finals are the best. All right, what we got going on? My uncle's talking crazy in my family group chat about the game. What's he saying? My uncle is saying right now in the family group chat, the SGA hate has been a bit too much. This isn't new. My uncle is crazy. I don't think he really knows ball because this is a crazy one. They said the same about Jordan and many big men. 3-point shooters and high-volume scorers of the past. Yeah, no. If anything, the Jordan rules ushered in the Eurification of foul calling. Equation, superstar plus floor equals foul shot. My uncle does not know what he's talking about. That man is talking crazy. I shouldn't even brought that up in my pod. Honestly, I think Wemby and Giannis would more as complements as opposed to a duo. Giannis can win those minutes or Wemby's on the bench trying to play them too close to each other. I agree. Well, and if you got to be honest with yourself about the Spurs, you kind of probably don't want to play Wemby high volume minutes in the regular season, right? And you probably wouldn't want to play Giannis high volume minutes in the regular season as well because he's injury prone now. So if you have those guys together, I don't know, kind of works. But you'd have to sell the farm to get Giannis, and that's the thing that nobody wants to do. The way to win in today's NBA is not to go get that one superstar. You got to build through the draft. You have to put together a ton of role players around some high quality talent. You got to it's got to be homegrown. Or the alternative to homegrown is you trade for your superstar when they're cheap. The Knicks trade for Brunson when he's super cheap, and the Thunder get SGA when he's super cheap. Then they just built around him. Knicks sold the farm for Mikal Bridges, but it panned out. It's worked out really well. I'm trading Castle, Vassell, and a pick for Giannis. You probably have to trade 2 picks. I would rather give up first-round picks than give up Stephon Castle. Yeah, I would. But you have to make the cash work, and that's what's hard. Like, how are you going to make the cash work to get Giannis if you're the Spurs when everyone's so cheap? You're giving up high-value pieces. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, so this is a game that was going to be won by the others. We're at halftime. I want to just take a look at what we got going on. Just refresh this just in case, make sure it's accurate. Champagny, good game, leading the Spurs in scoring, hitting the 3. Wemby, 2 for 6, 11 points, 0 for 2 from 3, 1 rebound in the game. De'Aaron Fox, 1 for 8. Devin Vassell, 0 for 4. The bench has been okay. 1 for 3 from Harper. It's not too bad. Guys, that's what I'm saying. Wemby has 1 rebound in the game. Wemby has 1 rebound in the half. That's the sign that he's not playing close to the rim, especially offensively. He has 0 offensive rebounds. Yeah. Guess what he did in that game? In that same game, he shot the ball a ton from the outside, did not play inside. So Wemby's like shying away from the moment a little bit here. He's shying away from it a little bit. It's not good. Yeah, they're saying the mental fatigue for Wemby. That's what they're saying. It's Wemby's first time being here. He's never played this long. He's never played a team this many times to this degree at this stage with this level of magnitude. Yeah. All right, look. I've been holding a couple of things back for Swishlist. I have not really brought them up, but for anybody that's on the live right now, I'm actually down to talk to you guys about it. We got some cool stuff coming up. I'll have to tell you about it. Let me read this comment first. W take or not, but someone said this is Wemby's Dirk arc. Dirk was frail and inexperienced early on in his career. then became stronger and developed over time to win the chip. I don't think anybody would knock the Spurs for losing to the Thunder. Dirk had to go through Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant and the OG Thunder. So Dirk was brutal for Dirk. I don't think it's the worst take. I don't know. I think Wemby's going to peak higher than Dirk. Dirk also had a year where he was on pace to, in what? Let me think. 2003. I want to say it was 2003. The Mavericks were on pace to like go to the finals or win a championship, and then injuries derailed everything. Knee issue. So, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, what I was saying before, though, you guys. So I've been working with a friend of mine. Yeah, it's always injuries. Yeah. Yeah, like they were, like he got injured in a playoff series, hurt his knee in a playoff series. It was really bad. I got to find it, though. Let me see. Dirk, 2003, injury. Yeah, here it is. He sprained his left knee in the Western Conference Finals against the San Antonio Spurs, and that's what shifted the series. The knee injury occurred in the fourth quarter of Game 3 when his leg buckled inward while going up for a rebound and colliding with Manu Ginobili. So that one play took him out of the series, and that was the difference maker. Because they genuinely probably could have won the championship that year, but that injury is what stopped early Dirk. So really sad, really, really sad. We've actually we've got a YouTube series where we're doing like NBA season recaps, like every season since I think like 2000, like 1999, 2000. And so we did the 03 video like a couple weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, I think. They don't get a ton of views. Like we don't get a lot of views on our channel, but you know, we just love the game. So we're just making content, having a good time. Oh, but this is what I was going to tell you guys. Okay, so I've been working on, see if I can show you this real quick. See if this will work. I've been working on actually like building like a full brand for Swishlist. I want to show you guys what I've been working on. Nobody's seen this yet. Nobody's seen this. Literally, this is like the first time anybody's seen this. So I'm let me know if you can see this. Check this out. I'm working on like Swishlist as like some branding, like a legitimate brand. Some of these are just like I'm just like fooling around. But like we turn like the list into like a shoelace with an aglet. I've been working on this with like a friend of mine. Yeah. Thank you. So like what I'm thinking we do is like this will be like the logo will be like one of these. Yeah. Yeah, so this would be for like merch. Yeah. And then I'm working on a graphic where like the list like moves like a shoelace as like a GIF that we put like on some of our videos and stuff. So I've been messing around with this for a while. Yeah. So I feel pretty good about it. Like I like this one. I like the green. I don't know if that works with the blue though. And then this like kind of gold was kind of cool. So this is what I've been working on. That's my project this summer. Once the season ends, that's the goal. I think I'm going to vlog trying to like build a basketball apparel brand. Because like in golf, like if you guys watch like golf, there's so many companies that like have like apparel. But in basketball, I feel like there's not. Like I feel like there's space for like a smaller company to like Do something cool. This channel is only going to get bigger once the algorithm keeps picking up your content. Found your channel from YouTube Shorts. Haven't looked back since. I appreciate that. I've been posting like crazy this season. I haven't missed a single day the entire NBA season. Haven't missed one. And sometimes I'm posting like 2-3 times a day. So we've been going hard. I think it'll happen one day. But yeah, I've been trying to think like, what the heck am I going to do when the season ends? Because normally I'll record a podcast on Sunday. And then and I appreciate the support, seriously. Day ones are A1. That's what they say. But I record a pod like Sunday, and then I chop the clips like all week long. But like once the season ends, like I'm not throwing a podcast down just of like whatever. But I don't want to lose the momentum, you know. It's not much, but I still don't want to lose it and then try to have to like have the algorithm figure it all out again next season. And then and the thing is, if y'all do some rage bait shorts and content, you'd explode even more. Yeah, but like that's just not my brand. That's the thing is like, I think there's so much of that out there, and it's true. Like that's like if we came out and we were like, Michael Jordan's not the GOAT, we get a ton of views. But like for what, you know? Like I just don't feel like that's authentic to like what I'm trying to do. And I'm not trying to be like we're trying to be so cool. It's just like there's so much of that out there. Like I just want to be a channel that speaks about the game because I enjoy it, just like from my own perspective. I'm not trying to like just go for rage bait all the time. But I agree with you. Like that's probably what would help us grow. And I'm just denying the fact that that's the truth. So yeah, I'm trying to think of like what I'm going to do this summer. And I think I also probably just need to, like, I don't know if people want to follow like Swishlist Podcast, like the podcast. But if it was like Swishlist as a brand, maybe people would want to follow that a little bit more. So that's the move. I'm going to be vlogging that in the off season. Just like as I'm like building the website or finding, you know, vendors or doing whatever, I'm just going to vlog it and see if people care about like watching that at all. Care about the integrity of the game, not trying to get clicks. Yeah. I think it'll happen. I'm not going to lie though. Like sometimes it's discouraging. Like Nick Knows Ball, he started posting this season. He's blown up. I think it helps that he's like in New York City, but he's taken off, man. And so like there's creators every year that just blow up. Our moment just hasn't happened yet. You know, I posted like 500 times. It just hasn't happened yet. And I think it's harder now too. It's hard to get people to follow. It's just like, you're just kind of locked in on your algorithm, I think, more. But yeah, I'm hoping it happens one day. But this summer, we're gonna lock in this summer. That's my goal. I gotta lock in this summer. Try and figure it out, make it happen. Would you be interested in watching like vlog content, or do I need to figure out a way to just keep it straight basketball? That's the serious question. That becomes the question. Wait, what would you want to do with the basketball talk space in general? Are you guys looking to build your name or maybe create a change in how basketball is talked and viewed? Vlog channel would be dope. Okay, sick. Because like it'll be like a mixture of both. What would you want to do with the basketball talk space in general? Build your name or maybe create a change in how the game is being talked and viewed. I just think the clickbait nature of sports media in general kind of sucks. Like when Kendrick Perkins goes on TV and he's just talking crazy because he knows ESPN's going to get clicks. And the fact that they like fired legitimate reporters and legitimate people that covered the game in favor of like clickbaity rage bait people, I think that sucked. So do I think that I have the potential to like change how the game is talked or viewed? I don't know. Like, I don't want to overvalue myself or what I'm doing. I just want to talk about the game. I just love basketball. I want to talk about the game and make friends doing it and create a cool place where, you know, people talk about the game. They just talk about hoops and they enjoy it. So it's like the Jalen Duren stuff's a great example. People are like, Jalen Duren's a bum. You got to trade him, all this kind of stuff. It's like, guys, he's 22 years old and helped take Detroit to the second round of the playoffs. And they were the number one seed. Like, why does he have to be a bum because he had a bad run in the playoffs? He's never been here before at this degree. You know what I mean? Basically just want to keep it straight hoops without the agendas. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, a lot of hoops. But just like breaking down the game in like the right way, you know? So, or at least as best I know how. I don't think I have like the most ball knowledge of like anybody that covers the game. I think there are definitely people that have more ball knowledge than me. And so I just focus on talking about it from the place that I love, what I enjoy. All right. They're starting to open it up. OKC starting to pull away. This is the thing, like I said, 10-point lead. I don't believe San Antonio can come back from. Now it's starting to get a little ugly. I just don't like how one superstar can have a bad series. Now all of a sudden they ain't a top 10 player or they're frauds. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. The only exception I have to this take. Oh man, it's getting ugly now, guys. This game might end up being a blowout. This might be a 20-point win. Spurs are lost right now. The only exception I have to this comment is Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic had no excuse losing to the Minnesota Timberwolves when they were missing so many guys in that series. He has legitimately zero excuse. He's the one guy this year that I'm sorry. Like he's the only exception to this comment. Like, yeah. He's the only exception for sure. I'm not a Jokic guy. Did Jokic get injured? Not in the playoff series, but he was injured somewhat late in the season. But I'm sorry, man. If you're in the game, you're in the game. Yeah, bro. This one's. Turn out the lights. The party's over. OKC came out in the second half. They're about to put on a show. They might win this game by 25. San Antonio does not know what to do. We genuinely need to see Wemby near the rim. We need Wemby near the rim. This is getting ugly. Spurs win next game. Yeah, but can you win game 7? I don't know. So here's my prediction. I said the Thunder win it if it's in 6, the Spurs win it if it's in 7. That was what I predicted. So we'll just see. We'll just have to see for sure. I just don't like what Mitch Johnson's doing right now. I don't know. I'm not a fan of how Mitch is approaching the game. NBA wants the money. Yeah, bro. They're going to get their money when the Knicks are in the finals. The Knicks are going to pull such a big rating. The Knicks are going to – I guarantee you, finals game 1, you're going to see stuff on social media that's like, this is the number 1 most viewed finals since 1998. That might just be the graphic. I'm not even kidding you. I think you'll see it because there's just that many people that love the Knicks. They have such a cult following. I mean, they're a cool team, cool franchise, like one of the most marketable sports franchises in the world, known worldwide, but like, holy cow. Knicks, Lakers. Oh, dude. Knicks, Lakers, and Adam Silver. Are you kidding me, bro? Luka versus Brunson with that even as a secondary storyline. Yeah, I'd break the internet, dude. Break the internet. Knicks, Lakers would feed families. Yeah, facts. Facts. Okay, here's a question for you. Who is one player in the league, and you can't pick Wemby, okay? Who's a player in this league that does not have a ring that you want to see win a ring next year? Who's like the one guy that doesn't have a ring yet that you'd want to see win a ring the most? I'm curious. Westbrook? Good pull. Yeah, good pull. Okay, Wemby's running the huddle. We're seeing Wemby run the huddle, and that's all fine and good. He still only has one rebound. So like I don't know Wemby, like I hear, but like you still only have one rebound in the game. Westbrook deserves it. Never cheated the game. Plays hard. Just can't shoot to save his life. It's true. Westbrook does deserve it. That's a great one. Westbrook does deserve it. I know it's not super related. But I thought when Chris Paul got sent home by the Clippers, he should have joined the Thunder as a coach. I thought he should have joined the Thunder as a coach so he could have got himself a ring. Spurs have actually controlled the ball. Actually, no, not amazing. 10 turnovers with 9:35 left in the first. That's a bucket. SGA is automatic, dude. He's automatic. Okay, they're up 20. Great lay from Castle. Chris Paul as a coach is a must. Someone with that high of IQ shouldn't just be retired. Yeah, I think he should have came back, had a reunion with the Thunder, and been a coach. Would have been so cool. Even if he's just behind the bench. I would have loved to see that. That's a foul. And one. See what happens when he goes to the rim? You see what happens when they get Wemby to the rim? Should have had that the whole game. He can play the Udonis Haslem role, yes, but not as a player, right? Because you don't want to have to like move off of somebody that's on the roster. But dude, as a coach, perfect. If Wemby came back down 20 and a half to the Thunder, he's the GOAT. If he comes back from being down 20 in this game, he's the GOAT. I also feel like Devin Vassell's been a non-factor. Unfortunate, because he's been so good in this series. I still think Embiid in his prime has a better chance to be better than Jokic. Listen, this one's a hot take. This one is a hot take. And I'm not a Jokic fan, but I think this take's a little spicy. I'm not going to give him the what if. See, here we go. Wemby at the rim once again. Wemby back-to-back possessions at the rim. Nobody can box him out. You see this. We've talked about this all game long. So you know I've been saying this the entire game. Probably tired of hearing me say it, but like this is that right there. That's how the Spurs win the game. What is happening? What is happening? Wemby just needs to drive to the rim every time, head down, don't even think about it, and create opportunities. Yeah, but here's the thing. He has a hard time driving to the paint. Like, are you talking about with the ball in his hand or with the ball out of his hands? I want to know what you mean by that. Yeah, Jared McCain's on fire now. He's a freaking flamethrower. This is the thing. You can see, okay, without the ball, I agree. Great bucket. Look at Jared McCain after he gets this bucket. Look at his face. That's the real Jared McCain. I think TikTok Jared McCain is fake. This, if they show his face, show him. That's the real Jared McCain right there. I think the internet stuff is fake, dude. I think the internet stuff is completely fake. I don't know. Am I tweaking? Because like, look at him. He didn't even look the same. Like, who does he make those videos for? It's not NBA fans, bro. He's going to shoot it again. He wants to shoot it. Oh, good pass. Great swing. Go ahead. Shoot it over Wemby, Caruso. Oh, I don't like that foul. It's a box out. Wemby's insane. Skip ball. Stay there, Vassell. Get your hand off him, though. Got to get your hand off of him. Wow, great defense from Vassell. Keldon Johnson is weird. The more I've watched, the less I feel like Keldon Johnson should have been Sixth Man of the Year. Am I crazy for that? He's going to shoot this jumper. No shot. Oh, on the floor. Okay. Okay, it's a 15-point lead. How does San Antonio get back in this game? What does it take for the Spurs to be in the game and keep it competitive? Spurs have to be down by 9 going into the fourth. 9 going into the fourth. They're down 15. So you got to make up 6 points in 7 minutes. Good pass. Guys, we're seeing a much more aggressive Wemby. Was the first half just him saving energy for the second half? Are we subscribing to that as the take? That's a good lob. He gets the dunk over Wemby. He got the dunk over Wemby. Uh-oh. Okay. Stephon Castle for 3. Castle, man, if Castle gets a good 3 ball, even you remember when Jimmy Butler developed that set shot 3 ball? Did I miss it in this game? Oh, you talking about in the last game? Heck yeah, I saw it. You freaking kidding me? Bro, I've seen every minute of the series, bro. These nuts. About to say, you made me think I missed something. That dunk did give D-Rose vibes. D-Rose is freaking awesome. Oh, he almost missed that dunk. Wemby got the ball. Wemby got it. Oh, dang. That won't be a highlight. That's a really good pump fake. That's a foul. No call, straight up. My bad, but the dunk was insane. Yeah. Oh, Vassell. It's a great look for Vassell. Okay. What'd I say? What did I say? What did I tell you about this game? If they want to win, they got to keep it within single digits going into the fourth. But if Wemby comes back, he might be the GOAT. If he comes back, then I'm literally gonna record a video where I say Wemby mailed it in the first half, so he had energy to win it in the second half. Good things happen when Wemby's in the paint. I agree. Okay, we're tracking his rebound number. Basically, we just have to commit to this. I'm going to be the rebound police. He has doubled his rebounds in the third quarter compared to the first half. Doubled. He's now at 2. Yeah. He's a -1 and plus-minus. Crazy. Champagne has 20 points. He's a -16. And Keldon Johnson, this is his first game with a positive plus-minus, +10. So, some decent stuff. Casey Wallace has been incredible off the bench. No surprise. 2 rebounds as a 7-footer in the Western Conference Finals. Hey, we got a lot of game left, okay? What happened? Donovan Mitchell had a game where he had like 40 and a half against Detroit. Who knows? Maybe Wemby will have 15 rebounds in a quarter. You just never know. No, he won't. But if he's just the box out guy, like I got to pay more attention to like what we're actually seeing. Let's see. Yeah, I just got to pay more attention. Because I want to see if he's boxing out and he's just opening the rebound for a guard and the guard's just like taking off, you know? Like, I don't know. I feel like I got to watch that space a little bit. Question for you. AJ Mitchell, obviously injured. He probably isn't coming back this series based on the calf strain and the fact that calf strains have caused, that's been like the number one contributor to like some of these Achilles tears. So I don't know if we'll see him back. Do you think AJ Mitchell is like a legitimate starting point guard in this league, or was that just the Lakers were that bad on defense? Like, is AJ Mitchell underrated? Is he the next Jalen Brunson? Because his numbers are comparable to Brunson before Brunson went to the Knicks. So is AJ Mitchell just the next Jalen Brunson? What do we think about that? Is that Cheryl? What is Cheryl doing? She cracked an egg? Bro, why are we Cheryl Miller? What is going on? What is going on? That's crazy. Why is she on TV? AJ Mitchell has a good year, nothing more, nothing less. Okay. I don't see him being any higher than his current value. Really? He for $2.8 million, you don't? Oh, man. I don't know, man. I think AJ Mitchell could actually be legitimately good. You give him 15 mil? Okay, that's a big difference. He's at 2.8. That's a 5. You want to 5x his salary, and he's just like, nah, it's okay. He's a good player. Let's just give him 5 times the money he's making. It's a big time miss. Oh, Wemby, you can't give up the offensive rebound. This is the thing. In game 3, that was how they would kill you. Offensive rebounds, the Thunder get a 3, an open look 3 often. And you can't give that up. Now, from an 8-point game to an 11-point game, you needed that rebound. What's most solid doing here? That's a good roast. That's good. I'll give you that. That's good. There's worse comps. As a star or starter, I think he's a solid player. Give you a productive 20, 25 minutes. Okay, fair. So you don't think he has Brunson capability. You see him more as a starter to fringe starter, average point guard. Okay. Maybe like a late Utah Jazz Mike Conley. Oh, foul. Yeah, that's foul. Brunson. Trade ball for Caruso. He's got a concussion right now. Mo Salah is hilarious. Maybe if my hair gets a little longer. It's not quite Mo Salah length yet. Didn't he cut his hair this year? Nice shot. Nice shot from Fox. I feel like we haven't seen Fox in this game in quite a bit. Are we running a Twin Towers lineup here? No, we have Wemby off the court, so they're going to attack the rim. Oh, my gosh. You guys got a rebound. Okay, look at this. Open look three. Told you. It's exactly what I said. They're so good offensive rebound at getting a three ball, a great look from three. It's really, really bad. You have got to rebound the basketball against this team. That's 2 straight possessions. You had to stop. Couldn't rebound. Terrible shot from Keldon Johnson. Here's the thing, Keldon, like, you're not 6'9". So when you're shooting that shot, like, pass the freaking ball. You have Champagne who's got 20 wide open in the corner. Kick that out. I don't like him shooting that shot. Man, I don't even remember what I was looking up before. I don't even remember. Just like that, game's close again. The game, yeah. Wait, are you ahead? Are you ahead of me? Am I behind? I've got 93-81. Am I behind? No. Made me nervous. Head fake, Harper. Air ball. Gosh, dang, guys. Wemby off the floor. This is going to be a 16-point lead. The game's going to be over. Where's the offense going to come from here? Fox has to initiate. You got to get a pick and roll with Luke Cornett. And then a kick out to Champagny, maybe? Is that what it takes? Great look. Kenrich Williams is wearing the LeBron Witness 9s. He wore the red pair last game. He's got the blue pair on this this game. I almost bought those red ones. I bought the GT Cut 3s. I don't like them. I ended up buying some Kobe 9s like right after. But like the LeBron Witness 9s are cheap. I almost bought them. I liked the red ones. But I don't know. I should have got them. 10 to 15 point lead in the NBA is nothing. I don't know if I would say nothing for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's still the Thunder. It's still the Thunder. Okay, I like that Vassell's in the game. I like the guards that you have here. You just have to protect Luke Cornett, and you got to rebound. Dang it. If you didn't know already, I'm rooting for the Spurs. Duh. And one. Yeah, boy. Vassell's been great in this series, man. I like Vassell. What do you think about Kenrich's beard? I'm thinking I might grow my beard like that. But if I grow my beard long as my wife, she just clowns me. She just looks at me in disgust. So I don't think I can get away with it. This is about as good as I can get, where she doesn't think it's terrible. Maybe a tad bit longer, but like off the face, no, she's out. Like if I had a beard like Champagne, disaster. Would I rock a goatee? This is a funny question. Guys, if I rock a goatee, I look 42. I look 40. It's a disaster. My brother, he can rock a goatee and he still looks young. Me, I look younger with a beard than I do with a goatee. It's bad. It's really, really bad. I can't do it. I can't. Let me see if this is a foul. Like, I don't know how, I don't understand that. Why is it that when some guys have a goatee, okay, let's see if this is a foul. Yeah, that's a foul. Don't worry about looking older. Dude, I don't want to look 40. Well, come on, man. No, I don't know what it is. Some guys you can have a goatee and you still look young. Other guys, you have a goatee, you look crazy old, bro. I look like my dad, bro. I look like I'm in my 50s, dude. I look freaking old. No, I can't do it. I tried. I did it for fun. I think I shaved my beard off probably a month ago. I trimmed it down just like stubble. just to make sure I still had a jawline. And no, man, I saw it and I was like, yo, this is crazy. I can't even go out in public like this. We could do something fun though. We could do a challenge. Like we could do a challenge. Be like, listen, if we hit like 10,000 followers or 5,000 followers, I'll shave my beard and do a goatee for like a couple weeks or something like that. Like that'd be fun. I'd do that as a challenge. That'd be a good time. But it has to be like in a reasonable amount of time. I'm not just doing that the moment we hit that number. Like it's got to be like, okay, we hit 10K and like we hit 10K followers in like 2 months or something. I would do that. That'd be fine. That's a bucket. Okay, we'll take the foul. You heard him on the you heard him. You heard SGA. Come on, Crody. Right here. Bam, right in the face. Ooh. The beard suits you, to be honest. It would be weird seeing without it. No, it is weird. Yeah, it's not good. It looks bad. My brother has dreads. He's growing his dreads out. My goal is to just grow my hair out to my shoulders for the last time before I start losing it. At some point, I'm probably going to lose my hair. My dad's bald as a cue ball, so mine's probably going to go at some point. So I figured I'd grow it out one last time. Okay. Here we go. 10-point game. You guys know the number. You know the magic number that I have for the Spurs to be in this game. Okay, we've got the matchup. He wants him one-on-one. Step back three. Step back three. It's good defense, man. Wow. What a great play from Casey Wallace. That's a foul. No shot that's on Cornette. No shot that's on Cornette. Are you kidding me? This is awesome. Okay, wait, is that not above the cylinder? That looked like it was above the cylinder. Jalen Brunson left $113 million on the table. L or W? W. W. What are we talking about? Bro's in the finals. Bro is playing with his college teammates, going to the finals. He left $113 million on the table, and I can guarantee you the owner of the Knicks could have found him that $113 million in some sponsorship and brand deals. You have to look at who the Knicks owner is. He built the Globe in Vegas. What is it? The ball, the dome, the whatever they call it, the sphere. He built that. Like the huge marketing thing that's in Vegas. Bro is a marketing. He's all about that kind of stuff. So if you don't think that he couldn't have found Brunson in New York City, $113 million in brand deals over the last couple of seasons, you're crazy. So 100% a W. 100% a W. Wait, are off the table deals and money allowed in the NBA? Okay, technically no. As an NBA owner, you are not allowed to go to a player and say, I'm going to pay you less money if you take this side money. As an owner, you can't say that. But can the owner's friend reach out to Jalen Brunson and say, hey, we want to have you as a sponsor for our business? Yes, that can happen. We got some some funny stuff happening with the referees here, not giving them the review. SGA is going to go get a bucket. No way Tony calls the foul there. Goodness gracious, Tony. Gosh dang it. You got to be kidding me. They gave him the tech. Okay, so this is a 10-point game. This is going to swing 13 points. It's going to be a 13-point game now. You freaking kidding me? Listen, this question, though, go look what happened with Kawhi Leonard. Go look at Kawhi Leonard and his deal. Look at the money coming in that's kind of like sketchy money. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, we got some sketchy refereeing happening right now. Tony Brothers, I don't think he has not done a good job refereeing this game. Tony has not done a good job refereeing this game. Wait, is Roman actually your blood-related brother? Yeah, dude, it's hard to spell his name. Spelled Rhoman. The reason why is because our grandma, yeah, he's my brother. Yeah, he's my blood brother. The reason why our grandma, she's from Nigeria. The Romans, they were the ones who, the Lord, and she's not about it. She wouldn't say his name, so we had to put the H in so that she would say his name. It's a hilarious story. Yeah, thank you for the foul. But yeah, Roman's my brother. Yeah, he's my brother. He's my youngest. He's my youngest brother. He's my youngest brother. He's a good kid. Played college hoops in Colorado. He's a good dude, man. Right now, he's backpacking Europe with his best friends. He's been backpacking Europe for he gets back June 1st. He's been there for over half the month. So he's just living the dream as a young guy. And I'm trying to hold it down. Normally we would do a sidecast together. It'd be both of us, but I'm holding it down. Just me. I feel like when the two of us are together, though, it's way more exciting. We're trying to cover the entire finals. I think we're going to do sidecasts for every game in the finals. That's the plan. And it'll just be me and him. We'll be hanging out. So the next ones that we do, I don't know if we'll do I'm not doing a sidecast for game 6. I might do one for game 7. If the series goes to 7, I might. But for sure, when my brother gets back, I think we're going to do sidecasts for the finals. Should be a good time. We know OKC and Spurs will be dominant. I want to see how Cooper Flag and AJ develops in the future and what they build with that. Okay. Okay, so Wemby's going for the rebound, loose ball foul, won't get the rebound, but you see him on that position going for it. This is a good question. The Mavericks are just a mess, right? They're looking at interviewing Doc Rivers as a coach. That's disgusting. Let Doc retire. I don't know what Cooper's going to be. I don't know how good he's going to be. AJ, I think, is the truth. I know AJ probably doesn't want to play for Washington, but you get to play with Trae Young and Anthony Davis and Sarr. That's not a bad landing spot, if we're going to be honest, for a number 1 pick. You could have gone to Chicago. That would have sucked. I think the Jazz are actually back, though. Portland looks promising. They do. Yeah, if you can see great. Okay, it's a 10-point game with 5 seconds. Pretty close to what I called. Pretty close. Without the technical foul, would have been there. Unless we see oh my gosh, he got him. Oh, I thought that was going to go in. Portland does look promising. If Scoot Henderson can go to the next level, they're going to be good. They're going to be really, really good. I think the Jazz are back, though. I think the Jazz are back next season. Jazz are good. I think the Jazz are actually legit. I think they're a 50-win team. If they get Darren Peterson, the Jazz are good. You go Keontae George, Darren Peterson. I'd start Lauri Markkanen at the 3, Triple J at the 4, Walker Kessler at the 5. Then you move, when Kessler goes out of the game, you slot Lauri and Triple J down, Triple J to the 5, Lauri to the 4, and then you bring Ace in at the 3 off the bench. That's a good lineup. Do I see Lauri as a number 1 option or a number 2? Ooh, number 2. I think if he's your number 3, you're winning a championship. But yeah, he's a number 2, number 3 option. Keontae he gets a little bit better, and Ace gets better, and you've got Darren, who's can become the face of that franchise, legitimately could become the face of that franchise. The Jazz are good. Jazz are going to be good for 4 years. Because I think Darren's actually really good. I know Jazz fans want AJ because he's been in Utah, went to high school in Utah, played in college in Utah. has connections to Ryan Smith. So like I know they want AJ. I would not trade for AJ. Not because AJ's bad, but I think De'Aaron is also going to be really good. I believe in both of them. The thing with De'Aaron, at De'Aaron's, Jazz have been silently building. They just got really unlucky with the draft for the past couple of years. Yeah. But it's panned out. Like, they did what they needed to do. Here's the thing. Darren Peterson at his worst is going to be Ben Simmons. At his worst, he's going to be Ben Simmons. Because there's just been some weird stuff with him and the injuries and like the not playing and all kinds of whatever. So I think at his worst, he's Ben Simmons. His in the middle, upper middle, is like Kawhi Leonard. Fantastic player, but like misses long stretches of games. Like you don't know what to do with Kawhi all time because like he's missed so many games. Darren at his peak, Kobe Bryant. First player I've seen compared to Kobe since Kobe. Ben Simmons has a worse comp. Isn't that bad? I agree. Has a couple like awesome years in his rookie contract and then just like flames out because there's just like weird stuff with him playing and like mental stuff and whatever. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm saying like that's it. Ben Simmons, Kawhi, Kobe. I think that's Darren Peterson's comp. AJ's comp? I'll give you AJ's comp. Give me just a second. My low end for Cameron Boozer, you might like this. My low end for Cameron Boozer was Thaddeus Young. My low end for Cameron Boozer was Thaddeus Young. My high end is Kevin Love. That's what I thought for Cameron Boozer. AJ, I have a hard time picturing what his low end would be. Because I just think he's Tracy McGrady. Are you laughing at Thaddeus Young? Okay, listen. Hey, comp's the comp. What do you want me to say? What pick was Thaddeus? Thaddeus was 12th overall. Okay, maybe that's terrible. Maybe that's really bad. Oh shoot, maybe that's bad. Oh no, maybe that is bad. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I need a second. Do I need to think this one through again? I'm not saying he's going to be Thaddeus Young. I'm saying that was at his worst. Okay? At his worst, he's Thaddeus Young. Dang. That might be my hot take of the night. No, okay. AJ, I think AJ is just straight up Tracy McGrady. Maybe, okay, do you low end Ingram, high end KD? Okay, low end Brandon Ingram. I like that. Wait. Who do you think's a better player all time? Tracy McGrady or Jason Tatum? This is an important question. It's a very important question to me. Do you think Tracy McGrady or Jason Tatum is a better player all time? Lob it to, oh no, Stephon. Gosh, dang it. Okay, so we have Chet. We have Chet and Hartenstein in the game. Hard screen. Great defense from Wemby. Better offense. I can tell you're thinking about this. Jason Tatum has more winning intangibles, but I think Tracy is the more talented player. It's a great way to put it. You didn't give me an answer. Who's the better player? Who's ranked higher all time? Tatum, T-Mac. Answer the question. We need an answer. Because I'm not about to let what I say next get me embarrassed again. I'm not. Good defense by Champagnie. Great rotation. It's hard to pick, but gun to my head, I'm going to pick Tatum. Okay. That's not a foul. So for me, I think that T-Mac is somewhere in between Tatum and Tracy McGrady. That's where I have him. I have him somewhere. I think he can peak higher than both of them. But I think, like, if I'm trying to be realistic about like who he is as a player, he's probably somewhere in that mix. Oh, man, San Antonio, come on. You need these Wemby minutes to be big. They're going for the lob? That's not a foul. I don't think that's a foul. Champagnie is not a point guard. You're passing it to Wemby. Wemby's not even paying attention. Get the ball to De'Aaron Fox. This is just the Spurs. You can't have Harper. You cannot have Vassell. You cannot have Wemby. You cannot have Castle. You cannot have Champagnie bring the ball up the floor. It's not positionless. Give the ball to your point guard. Not going to lie, it's tough because I think is T-Mac. If T-Mac was in a winning situation, he would have made it out the first round, maybe a conference finals run. One of the biggest tragedies in basketball is the fact that the 1 year that Yao was healthy, T-Mac got hurt. The 1 year that Yao was healthy, T-Mac got hurt. Remember that Aaron Brooks year? Remember the year that Shane Battier was the Kobe stopper defending Kobe and Meta World Peace was on that team back when it was Ron Artest? That year was supposed to be the year if they had a healthy T-Mac that they actually would have been able to go. It's a terrible shot from Keldon Johnson. He shoots contested shots all the time. It's freaking ridiculous. We got robbed for seeing Yao and T-Mac dominating for sure. Yeah. Yep. Gosh, Keldon Johnson's bad. I just think he just plays dumb basketball. The hold from Hartenstein. What happened there? That was weird. You're 7'5". That was weird. Okay, let's see. Okay. And yep, that's a foul. Spurs have to protect the ball. They have to protect the ball. You cannot turn the ball over against this team. Who's that lady on the bench? Who is that? I don't think I've seen her leave her chair in a single game. Who is that? Okay, watch this, Wemby. Watch this. Okay, I've got him one-on-one. I'm going to go to the rim. Why did he start shooting the ball where he did? Was that shot not crazy? The heck was that? Fox being injured hurts the Spurs way bad. Yeah, absolutely. It's terrible. It's so bad. They want the foul again. Just get Keldon out of the game. Get Keldon out of the game. Oh my gosh. I think Keldon has been a disaster. All right, Vassell, stay in front, stay in front, stay in front, stay in front. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Okay, okay. Don't shoot the ball. Who wins in a finals matchup? Who wins in a finals matchup? SGA OKC or James Harden, Russ. Oh, Harden, Russ, and KD? Yeah. That's a good question. Okay, here's the thing. The Thunder last year had a hard time beating the Pacers. The Pacers are nowhere near as good as the Heatles. The Thunder took the Heatles to what, 6? I'm so biased. Here. Wemby. Wemby's got it. You got to rebound, Wemby. I'm so biased. Because it's 2012. So it's 2012 Thunder or 2026 Thunder? Is that the comp? Is that the I think I'm going to go. Do you think Russ and Harden will deal with OKC suffocating defense? Harden will. Westbrook's going to get pissed, dude. But this is the thing, like Harden's going to get to the free throw line a ton against this team. I think I'm going to go 2012. No, I don't know. Let me look up that roster. Let me just remember the role players really quick. Let's see. 2012 OKC Thunder. Here we go. Sam Presti, dude. Okay, it was a 5-game series. It was a gentleman's sweep. Cole Aldridge. Dude, I remember Cole. Holy cow. Nick Collison. Yep. Thunder legend. Daquan Cook. It's so hard choosing. It is. Okay, Daquan Cook. Dude, I remember all of these guys. Durant, Derek Fisher, James Harden, Serge Ibaka, Reggie Jackson, Nazir Muhammad. Dude. Kendrick Perkins, Thabo Cephalosha, Russell Westbrook. Okay. Ooh. Here's the thing that's really difficult when you compare that team with this team. It's the power forward position that's difficult. Because, like, SGA is just going to get Kendrick Perkins in the switch, dude. He's going to cook him. I'm going to go 2012. I believe in the Thunder at 2012. I think neither team beats the Heatles. I think neither team beats Prime LeBron. So I think Prime LeBron would beat the Thunder then, just like Prime LeBron would beat the Thunder now. So I think the 2012 Thunder actually be my pick. And I'm probably biased in that answer, if I'm being straight up with you. I'm probably biased. It's a good question, though. Oh, my gosh. But the Thunder that year, 47-19. The Thunder this year were on a generational run. You think Harden shows up? Yes. Yes, I do, because that was 6-man James Harden. That wasn't prime James Harden. So the expectations look totally different. If 6-man Harden gives you 22 points, you're like, heck yeah. If prime Harden gives you 22 points, you're like, well, what was that? Fair? See the difference? You need prime Harden to give you like 32. You get 22 out of bench Harden, and you're like, yeah, this is awesome. You know? It was a different time. Let's see how well he played. James Harden Finals 2012 stats. Let's take a look at these. It's a deep cut. James Harden in the finals. 5 points, 21 points, 9, 8, 19. Dang. He kind of wasn't good, huh? I'm going to look at the series stats really quick. Bron was crazy. 2012 NBA Finals Game 2. Man, Thunder lost that game too. 6-man Harden was goated. I thought he was goated, dude. I thought he was so good. I didn't think he was going to be what he was in Houston, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, I didn't predict that. I did not. Look at these offensive rebounds from Hartenstein. Kick out, 3-ball. Bink. Bink. Yeah, he was goated. All right, Wemby's got 5 rebounds, you guys. This is what's crazy about box scores. Wemby could actually finish this game with 10 rebounds, and you wouldn't know that he had 2 rebounds at the end of the third quarter. Like, he could have 10 rebounds in this game right now with 7 minutes to go. He could finish the game with 10 rebounds, and you go, oh, yeah, double-double for Victor. And you wouldn't know that he just, like, was super passive in the first half. What's our prediction for if the Spurs are going to win this? Law of averages. Yeah, kind of. Okay, yes and no, dude. Like, is it law of averages? Yeah, but at the same time, dude, it's also like, look at Wemby. He's not even trying for an offensive rebound. Like, he's already running the floor. Okay, for the Spurs to win this game, the Spurs need this to be a 5-point game with 4 minutes to go. 5-point game with 4. Also, bro, thanks for chilling with me the whole game, man. Seriously, I appreciate it a lot. We've had people like pop in and out, maybe like 2 or 3 comments, but man, I appreciate you. Spurs not winning this game? Yeah, they're not. But if they were going to win the game, it's got to be a 5-point game with 4 to go. You never know. Maybe Wemby's going to do GOAT things. Oh, you got to make that layup. Gosh, you got to make that layup. Support the channel a lot. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, this game's over. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, that's the game. What's happening on social media? I haven't even scrolled Instagram once. What are people saying about the game right now? Okay, I'm looking at a crazy message right now. Listen to this. Drake surpasses Michael Jackson as the male soloist with the most #1 hits in Hot 100 history with 14. This is the comment. This is like when Bam beat Kobe's 81-point game record. It didn't carry any weight. That's got to be cap. Stop the cap. That's crazy. Right? I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, but that's got to be cap. That has to be cap. I don't. Here's Wemby over SGA. Oh, now I see the dunk. I'm going to share this to my story right now. Dang. I also had somebody comment on social media. MJ to go, okay, here we go. But it would be like to not say Drake hasn't been a top 3 artist for the past decade. Exactly. I think okay, Drake is LeBron. Drake is LeBron. He's had big time hits. He's had some major losses. But when you're looking at longevity, especially in the rap game, he's the GOAT. Like, Drake is LeBron. A lot of haters. But you always watch. Drake is LeBron James. Without question. Without question. I also had somebody send me a DM on Instagram, and they said, is this a Thunder hate page? Because I just post all the flopping, dude. Freaking funny on my story. Drake puts up numbers regardless if people hate him or love him. Exactly. I'm a subscriber that Drake was trying to get out of his deal. And I'm hopeful that he's got some music queued up now that he's independent. Thunder hate page? Yeah, dude, it's freaking funny. I'll read you the DM. Let me find it. I'll read you the DM. This one was so funny, dude. Let me see. Are y'all Spurs fans? Been an OKC hate page lately. Oh, dude, because I've like every single flop, dude. I just put it on the story. I'm just like, guys, you got to watch this. We are flopping like crazy. Oh, dude. Oh, man. That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. Oh, yes, 100%, dude. You say anything negative towards their team, you're a hater. Facts. Absolute facts. Also, we got this DM from this company. They want to do an NBA Finals competition. They want us to be we're in it. It's like some basketball page. So the way that they want us to do it, and it's like for our fans. I'm asking you like legit. Like, do you think this is like is this lame? Is this not lame? Because I don't know how to feel about it. Said pick 3+ players' stats from at least 2 different teams. Their combined stats equal your score. Closest to 30 without going over wins. Link in bio. No, dude. It's basically like my fans can use like their link in bio to play, and you have to use my code. But I don't know. It just seems kind of sketch. So like what I'm gonna do, like I don't even know this company. So like what I'm gonna do is when they post the link in bio, I'm gonna vet it out, and if I think it's buns, like I'm not gonna accept the collab. I'll just be like, I'm out, because it's kind of weird to me. Good shot, but it's Keldon. Yeah, good shot, but it's Keldon. They have like 95 followers, so I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because they basically just like partner up with like a bunch of like pages and do this. So I don't know, dude. I'm gonna see how it goes, but if it's weird, I just won't even I won't even accept it. That's the thing, like bro, it's so funny. Like you'll see people on social media, they're like, if you just keep posting, the brand deals will come. I mean, they're not wrong. I got invited to play Block Blast for like an hour and a half to do 3 live streams of Block Blast on YouTube on the channel for $20 a session. Oh, dude, for $20 a session, Block Blast for an hour and a half straight. That's what I got invited to do. Wait, let me make sure it was Block Blast. Let me see. Because that's the game that stands out in my mind, but maybe I've got the game wrong. Because if you actually play it, I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, dude, it is Block Blast. I got invited. So yeah. Yeah. Let's see. They want me to stream on YouTube Live, 4 to 6 streams, hour and a half a piece, $20 a stream. $20. Is that what my off season should be? Should my off season be just me streaming Block Blast? Like, here's the thing. I could do a sidecast. And just play Block Blast during the sidecast of a game. Just like have it on the screen, just playing. Tell him 500. I'm going to email him back right now. Should I say 500 a stream? Should I say 500 a stream? If you say 500 a stream, I'll say, or yeah, I'm going to send the email right now. Ready? I do it for 500 a stream. Let me know if that works for you. Send. Boom, sent. I just replied. They're trying to lowball us. Bro, $20 is crazy. But those are the kind of offers that I get. It's like I got an email that was like, hey, do you want to get paid to create with AliExpress? And I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to sell out for AliExpress. They're like, we'll send you free product that's related to your niche and you can make content. And I'm like, yeah, but like, what you gonna send me, bro? Like, what are you going to send me? Like a desk game? Like a desk basketball game or something? Like, I don't know. Like, we haven't gotten anything that's like super legit. Everything's been like either kind of weird or really small. I should do it so I can just tell my whole family I'm an influencer. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. The coolest thing that we do right now, nice 3-ball. 12-point game, 3 minutes to go. It's over. The coolest thing that we've gotten is there's a sports only social media app called Buzzer, BZZR. That was a good trap. That we do content with those guys. That's like the coolest thing that we do. But like we don't make any money. But like they're a brand new app, and like I think it could be cool if it blows up. So I like put like our whole video catalog on there, and we like post all the time. The same stuff we post on Instagram or YouTube. It's not anything different. But I'm excited. I'm hoping that they take off. They're getting a bunch of like content, like sports only content creators on there. Is it like Rumble? No, I've never used Rumble. It's like Twitter. It's like Twitter and Instagram with like live streaming, but like the live streaming is like hosted by them right now. So like I have to like send it to them for them to post it. So yeah, it's more like a Twitter Instagram kind of hybrid. So Twitter Spaces would be dope too. Twitter Spaces. Am I tweaking? Oh, that would be cool. We were supposed to set up a Discord at one point, but I don't think my brother ever finished it. I'll do it this summer. I'll get it going. We knew this game was over the moment that the Thunder got a 10-point lead. We called this out from the beginning. It's unfortunate. Nah, but Buzzer's cool. I'm hoping like, hey man, maybe they'll put some money into it and then and it can really take off. And if we're like one of the first content creators, it's probably like our best chance to actually grow. That or we just have a video that just breaks out and does crazy views. I'm also probably going to repost a bunch of our videos that got like barely any views from like the start of the year. Just like schedule some of those this summer. Because like if nobody saw them the first time, I just post them again. I saw the CEO of Instagram. He said you can repost your own video if it's been like over a month. That was his recommendation. So I got like a bunch of stuff I could do for that too. Man, bro, the Thunder kind of dominated this game. We got to be honest. Try not to get burnt out. A lot of content creators give up when they don't see any traction, when in reality, it's just the YouTube algorithm testing to see how consistent you are. Yeah. And like, this is the thing. Like our YouTube videos just like don't do too well, but we just keep it going. The hardest thing though with YouTube is like, what the heck am I supposed to do in the off season? That's the only thing. I just gotta just like build a plan and like at a frequency that wouldn't burn me out. Because like I'll tell you what, like the NBA stuff I've been doing this season where I'm posting like every day, multiple times a day, like bro, that would burn me out, dude. Bro, Mason Plumlee just gave a forearm shiver to Jared McCain and just walked away. Mason Plumlee's been in the league forever, dude. SGA bleeding? Is that blood on his sock? Look at this shiver. Look at his forearm. Boom! McCain definitely stopped and was trying to get contact. And Mason Plumlee said, yeah, how about this, buddy? No, don't look at it, dude. Just let's finish the freaking game. It's a minute 40. Daignault's such a wank, dude. Mason Plumlee is the Kelly Olynyk of big men. Yeah, get all your guys out of the game. Why wouldn't Wiggins and Isaiah Joe be in the game right now? Like, why isn't Wiggins in the game right now? Give me a reason why Wiggins isn't playing. Like, why is Lou Dort in the game? Why is McCain in the game? You've got plenty of guys on the bench. Like, get him out of the game, dude. There we go. Good board. Stolen. Dang. Okay, how do the Spurs respond to this? If you're the Spurs, what do you need to do? You think it's over? The series is over? You think it's over? The series is over? Spurs are playing at home. That game 7's looking slim. Guys, you can't overreact. Okay, it's been one game. You got to remember, like, the Spurs spanked these guys by like 20 at home last game. Let's take a look at the box scores real quick. I just want to see, based on how it played out, like what the heck happened. Okay. Here's the thing. Last game, the Thunder bench was trash and on the road. So here's the deal. SGA gives you 32. McCain got 18, his first game as a starter in the playoffs. Chet was 16, his best game of the series. Hartenstein went 6 for 8, 12 points. That's high value. Alex Caruso gave you 22 points. He had 0 last game. Everybody else on the bench was just whatever. But you get 22 out of Caruso. So the others dominate, and SGA gives you 32. You look at the Spurs, this is where you're going to see that it's just like not even close to the same game. Champagny 22, Wemby with 20, 0 for 5 from 3. 9 from Fox, 6 for Vassell, 2 for 11 from Vassell, 4 for 15 from Fox. Stephon Castle was great. 7 for 11, 3 for 5 from 3. Keldon Johnson, this is like his best game of the series. 15 points on relatively efficient shooting. Same with Carter Bryant. He played okay. Dylan Harper, 5 points, 1 for 5. Right? So bench and role players played better for the Thunder. The NBA is going to market the storyline as the inexperienced Spurs fall short to the championship contending OKC. Next year, Wemby's on a revenge tour, wins MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP. Yeah. You are correct. If this is what happens, you are correct. This will happen. Wemby probably will win MVP. They want to create a storyline and a reason to crown Wemby MVP for next season. Could be wrong. Series ain't over. I think it's a pretty fair narrative. That's a pretty fair narrative. Super fair narrative. I don't think you're wrong. I think it's super accurate. I just don't want it to be true. If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want to acknowledge it until it happens. SGA trying to be nonchalant on the bench again. It makes sense if OKC loses to the young Spurs, it's a bad look. Plus, OKC versus Knicks makes a ton more revenue and headlines versus Wemby. I don't agree with that. The last part. I don't want to see blue and orange play blue and orange. It's just gross from a jersey matchup. But I think Wemby going to the finals would be a larger draw than SGA. I just don't think SGA is able to really pull a massive number the same way Wemby would. But if you want SGA to be face of the league, have him play the Knicks. Whoever plays the Knicks is going to be face of the league for sure. I wouldn't say the NBA is rigged, but it's definitely influenced. The NBA is rigged. The draft is rigged. The NBA draft is rigged. I don't know if like the games are rigged to that degree, but like there have been referee scandals in the past. Tim Donaghy. But no, the draft is rigged. Okay, let's see this post-game interview. Do you think they gave the Lakers Luka in exchange for Flag? I think the NBA gave the Mavericks Cooper Flag because Nico Harrison just absolutely bombed their franchise into oblivion. But like, okay, there's 1985 was a sketchy draft. 2008 with Derrick Rose, sketchy. 2003 with LeBron, also sketchy. The Cleveland getting 3 of the 4 first-round picks the years that LeBron is in Miami, also sketchy. The Pelicans getting the number 1 pick with Anthony Davis when they first go, sketchy. The Pelicans getting the number 1 pick when they lose Anthony Davis, sketchy. The Mavericks getting the number 1 pick, sketchy. The Spurs getting Wemby, sketchy. The draft has had some weird stuff the whole time. They say Nico Harrison's a scapegoat for the owners who didn't want to pay Luka his money. That's facts. That's actually facts. Yeah, that's actually facts. That's actually facts. Yeah, that's actually facts. Very, very true. Very, 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 very true. What a game, though, man! I was hoping that was going to be better. I was really hoping that was going to be more competitive. Sometimes that's what happens with NBA games. Like you have all this hype, and then one team takes the lead and just never gives it up. So, man, 2 hours and 47 minutes. That's been a long one. Listen, here's the deal. This was a ton of fun. Appreciate everybody for chiming in. I mean, obviously you specifically for commenting the entire time. Can't wait to see what they say after this loss for Wemby. Yeah. I'll tell you, the narrative needs to be, he needs to be more aggressive. He needs to get to the rim. I might record a video like right now and just talk about it and then throw some highlights together and post it tomorrow at 8 my time. If I got the energy for it. I'm gassed, man. Stuff takes a lot out of me. Take care, bro. See you next team. I got notifications on. Okay, sweet. Yeah, it'll either be game 7, but for sure it'll be game 1 of the finals. So game 1 of the finals, no matter what, we're going to be live. We'll see if they go to a game 7. We'll see if I can go live. I don't know what I got going on this week, so I'll let you know. You'll see the notifications. That's it for me. My name's Moses. You can call me Mo. I'm signing off. Swishlist Podcast. That's it for this Game 5 sidecast. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all.